Tonight on Podcast Them Down, we finish up the metalness of the NBA just in time for opening night for a change.
Podcast Them Down!
Hail Metal Nation! It is I, Tim. This is Podcast Them Down. Joining me is Mike, Doug, and Matt. That's your name. And just like the last two Mondays, we are going through all the NBA teams, deciding objectively how metal each one is. So right now, what?
You know, crazy. I just want to say, like, I must have been having some really busy weeks because, you know, last week to this week just seems like an eternity.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, right now our least metal team is the Washington Wizards. So, we'll find out if that stays. Talk amongst yourselves. I forgot to pull something out here.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure we want to still be on the stream.
Yeah, is there anything left that we could talk about?
Yeah. I wonder. Hey, Doug, why don't you pull up the news? Let's see if there's anything going on.
Hey, that sure is a snazzy jersey, Matt. Where'd you get it?
Oh. Hey, are you talking about this jersey? I forget where I got it from. But I really do enjoy it. It's both lightweight, but also, now that it's the fall, quite warm.
Okay, I'm ready now. All right, let us start with the Golden State Warriors while I slowly find the description. Here we go. The Warriors NBA franchise started in, I'm surprised by this, 1946.
Really?
As the Philadelphia Warriors. In 1962, the team moved to the Bay Area in San Francisco to become the San Francisco Warriors. Because of low attendance, the team moved across the Bay to Oakland and changed its name to Golden State Warriors. I guess they were ashamed that they were in Oakland.
Oh.
The current Warriors logo features Golden Gate Bridge, as the team currently plays in San Francisco, but wants to capture both Oakland and San Francisco Bay Area fans. Except the Golden Gate Bridge doesn't go to Oakland, it goes to Marin County.
Yeah.
So
it was a good idea.
And they miss, I don't know my technical terms, a cable. Like, there's only one there. So it looks like one of those stupid modernist unit cable designs that are actually more complicated than a real bridge.
That's a good call.
Definitely.
So I was curious that, you know, the old logos, given the name the Warriors.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I was originally going to say, like, oh, clearly they should have stuck with it. But this is a case where they really, really should not have stuck with it.
No, they should not.
That's a...
Yes, they made the right call here.
Man, it's...
That being said, the current logo sucks.
I kind of like this one, where...
yeah, I mean...
Where there's like a sun in California and "You're here" star.
Well, I mean, that is appropriate because I do believe that from our flags, we know that California is the Sunshine State. So, you know, I think
Land of Sunshine. Yeah,
it has the full bridge. Well, more of the bridge on it, and it just says the city.
That's great.
These are terrible.
Kind of existential, like minimalist. Yeah.
I can't look at an image of the Golden State, the Golden Gate Bridge without remembering that I think it was the 50th anniversary of the bridge or something. So many people walked across the bridge that it sagged by 7 feet. And there was like this big celebration, like, what an amazing bridge that was just going. Whoa. So I mean, this is just a me problem, but I can't see any visual depiction of the bridge without thinking about that. It makes watching the last couple of Star Trek, the original series movies, difficult for me.
I'm liking this 2000s era logo.
Yeah.
So it has like a warrior, and the W inexplicably has a lightning bolt coming off of it, which the muscly shirtless guy is grabbing.
And he's gonna like spear somebody.
Yeah, which I believe is a foul in basketball.
Yeah.
He may actually be a representation of a god.
Oh yeah.
Aries?
Yeah, so like
I think he's a Capricorn.
This logo has it's more like this should be on California's tourism page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
very
bland and corporate. Yeah.
It's just totally bland. Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
The jerseys should still say Phila on them. Like
they could say Cali.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4 because it is Warriors, which is a metal name. I like the shame that they won't list a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were ashamed of Oakland.
But they could but they have to go with the whole state. They can't just be the Bay Area Warriors.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a bad idea. But
and then Golden State, you have to know which one that is.
Right.
It should be the Sunshine State, as we know. But yeah, I think it's 4. And being like arrogantly ignorant of where the bridge is going.
Yeah.
Well, and most of this state doesn't care. Once you hit some point of the Central Valley, nobody cares about the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and they've been consistently good for a while, haven't they?
They have been fairly good. I mean, they really did dominate maybe like 5 years ago, but they're still not bad. They make the playoffs the past 2 years. They were in the championships last year. Oh, I think they actually won, or in 21-22.
Yeah.
They won. So I mean, they're a decent, solid team, but it's just hard to. They're a team that you like because they're good. There's nothing other than winning that makes them appealing. If that makes sense.
In fact, they're appealing him off the sidewalk.
Although, if you do like that warrior character, Tim, their mascot is a big blue muscle man with a swoopy yellow haircut, who just appears to be a ripoff of that. They did in the 90s have a nitwitted Bigfoot mascot, but they apparently nixed him, which is a shame because he could dunk.
Oh, and he's doing the I need to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, his name's Thunder. Wait.
But shouldn't he be
another team?
Yeah, shouldn't he be the Oklahoma City mascot?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, right. So they've got lightning on the old logo, Thunder and Lightning.
Oh, okay.
Which has nothing to do with Warriors.
Yeah.
No, it's all the thunderstorms they get it. Oh.
I would also like to give a big boo to the San Jose Mercury News that keeps giving me a paywall announcement rather than giving me the Golden State Warriors mascot related news articles that I demand.
Do I have boo on here? I have no of that. All right. Yeah, give me some numbers, people.
There are
2.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
Tim says 4. You two say 2. I'll say 4, just to balance it out.
All right, I'll say 3 then.
What? No, then I'll say 3.
Well, I'm going back up halfway.
All right, then I'm going to go back half of your halfway to 3.25.
All right, next.
I already gave the Sacramento Kings a 2, so I'm done.
We need to go way far away from Oakland to Sacramento. The Sacramento Kings are the oldest franchise in the NBA, starting as the Rochester Royals in 1945 as part of the Basketball Association of America. The team relocated to Cincinnati in 1957.
Cincinnati? Wait, what?
And then to Kansas City / Omaha area.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean Kansas City / Omaha?
I know, that's what it says. I'm just reading words. Before moving to Sacramento in 1985. It's just like Rochester to Cincinnati to Kansas City to Omaha. Like it's all like that's a sad list.
It's a list of cities that Doug will tell us is filled with good people.
The current Kings logo emblem is inspired by the classic logo from 1985 with a cleaner, more modern look.
Really?
Well, I would say that's not at all right, because here is the Rochester Royals logo, which looks like, if you just glance at it, it's pretty much the same thing. So the current one is half of a basketball wearing a crown made of mountains. Yeah. And it says Sacramento in the negative space of the mountains and Kings right between the crown and the basketball. And it comes off very Burger King to me.
They're really desperate to remind you that there's mountains and that they're a basketball team. Now, I don't know if you have it, Tim, but if you can find this Cincinnati, now that's a fucking logo. That's all I need.
What in the hell?
Okay, so the Cincinnati Royals logo is the Earth, and everything has sunk except for the continental United States, and the Earth, by the way, has a face, and it's looking down where South America used to be. Wearing a crown with a city inside of it. And that city, presumably, is Cincinnati. And it covers about a third of the country.
See,
and
now
it's got a levee to keep out the water that's slowly encroaching upon the earth. So this is...
See, I thought that was India, the Indian Ocean, and Southeast Asia, and the mouth is where Australia should be. But I can see that as now the United States. Okay, good clarification.
And this logo here is proof that so it's just the same logo. It just doesn't say Sacramento, and the colors are different, but it says Kansas City, Omaha. And
I guess that's just supposed to be a crown before they made them mountainy, but it looks pretty mountainy.
It does. I think that's a coincidence.
Missouri and Nebraska, the mountain states.
I feel like the style and especially the fonts it feels like a stylized indie video game.
Yeah. I can see that.
Well, I already gave my score. It's a 2.
I know. Kansas City, Kansas. I'm assuming is the drive to Omaha is almost 3 hours. So that's like the Washington, Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, because in the old days, it was not unknown for teams to end up in multiple cities in a season. Like they almost barnstorming. Yeah. So what if go with the Sunshine State? The other one is the Queen City.
Okay.
There are so many Queen cities.
That's true. Well, we know the true Queen City is Annapolis, named for a queen.
All right. So this whole thing is
Charlotte.
So I'm going to say this whole thing is
Cincinnati.
Just wasted potential. So I'm going to go, but I think it's better than the Warriors. So I'm going 2.5.
You know what?
I also like that there's another California team that has Kings in the name that also wears purple, because that causes confusion if you have like overworked sports broadcasters and they pull up the Kings logo instead of the Kings logo, you know?
Imagine you're just sitting in Fresno and someone says, "Hey, I got Kings tickets," and you're like, "All right." Wait. And then you look and you're like, "Oh, damn it."
What makes the LA Kings work is the blatant ripoff of the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like, it's shitty except for that. If this ripped off the Raiders, this would be an easy 3.
So I'm gonna have to give them a 5 because I am looking at Slamson the Lion.
Hang on.
Now,
the new information.
Now, before you look at Slamson, and get ready, I would like to remind you that Slamson also has a Latin name, Felinus Entertainus Maximus. How can you not give that a 5? And I don't know what this suit is of. It is certainly not a lion. I would have to go with a balding bear.
Dude, this is creepy.
It has like a corpse.
Wearing a mask.
Yes. Yeah. It's very Slipknot.
If you silhouetted this, it would look like something from a horror movie. Like if you put a light behind it, so all you saw was the outline of this creature, it'd be like, shit.
I don't know if I can sleep tonight, but I also think this is a fairly realistic depiction of what a lion would look like if it was forced to live within the confines of Sacramento. So, that's a point for realism too.
Yeah, I'm bumping it up a point. I'm at 3.5.
Yeah, on the basis of new information, it's a 4. Sorry, Mike.
That was okay. I'm gonna do a 3. And the primary reason is that I don't understand why there's this single serif in the entire logo.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's just one.
That's so well done.
Oh my god! Why would they do that?
Wait. What do you mean the Sacramento King 5? How are they going to know it's an S?
Well, it's machine interpretable this way. Like, it's written on the check.
Well, I'm gonna deduct 0.5 then. So now I'm down to 3.0.
But not only that, the Aston Sacramento does not have a serif.
So maybe we're wrong. Maybe it really is the Sacramento King 5.
Let me update the spreadsheet here then.
Isn't it a Twilight Zone episode?
All right. Actually moving somewhere else now, the Phoenix Suns began play as an expansion NBA team in 1968. Stan Fabe designed the Sunburst logo all Suns fans are familiar with today. The Suns logo has changed throughout the years, but the team have always kept the Sunburst concept. Yeah, so basically it's been this. A ball shoot. It looks more like a shooting star to me. But it's been
definitely
this.
Got the memo about the basketball.
Yeah.
They have to put a basketball in the logo.
They simplified it. So like there used to be like this fancy shading here on the the leading edge of the basketball, which I guess is compressing the air in front of it, heating it up, the way a space shuttle comes in. They got rid of that glowing forward edge there. And now it's just black and white. But they kept the shadow. The shadow on the leeward side of the basketball is still there.
And they added an extra point right where your cursor was. It's interesting.
They did.
And the mascot for
hell yes,
for them is Go the Gorilla.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because nothing says Phoenix, Arizona Suns like a weird, creepy gorilla.
It's a gorilla who's really into the airport.
I also believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I believe the gorilla is wearing a shirt but no pants.
Yes. Yeah, he's Winnie the Poohing it.
I always thought the name Sky Harbor was really evocative. I want to put that on the logo.
Yeah. I do like how Phoenix apparently sometimes tries to pander to the Spanish-speaking community. But instead of calling themselves Los Soles, they call themselves Los Suns, which I find very difficult to imagine how you would pronounce that in Spanish. But I do like when they have Los Suns.
Do they? Is this the gorilla you saw?
That's the gorilla.
Because this is like the shittiest, lowest effort.
Oh yeah,
mascot. They're like, boss says we need a mascot. I think I have an old gorilla suit from when I was a background actor.
This is a gorilla suit that you buy. You buy this on November 2nd when they're turning the Halloween experience back into the Lazy Boy store or whatever it is for the rest of the year.
Okay. All right. Hold up. A recent survey conducted by PlayAZ.com. This was in 2021.
I think that's pronounced playas.
Playas.
Ranked Go among the worst mascots in the NBA.
Yes.
They're not wrong.
At least the fans are aware.
The gorilla came in at number 25, and only 27 NBA teams have official mascots.
That's not great.
Wow. Yep. This all sucks.
Yep.
It's worse than Sacramento King 5 for sure, so I'm going to go with the 2. Although, weren't the Suns good for a while, or am I thinking of the Heat? Because it's too similar to Miami's team.
They're okay. They're not, they're not great.
See,
they won the division last year. They've never won a championship.
I'm going to go with a 4 here because there's something appealing to me about a basketball rising from the ashes. So the Phoenix Suns and the basketball is like the Phoenix equivalent here. So I'm imagining a mythos where instead of phoenixes, you've got basketballs.
All right, I see what you're doing. So you want to? So you would call them the Phoenixes?
Well, it's that like, okay, Phoenix Suns. It's all just Phoenix, and then this ball is rising. So this basketball is the Phoenix.
Okay.
And the logo.
And they should just pull a Wizards and not put the team name on on the logo.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what this logo should be like. All right. It should be the basketball rising straight up, right? With like this symmetrical design, like wings coming out of the basketball, like fire everywhere. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
I do like fire everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But as is, I give it a 4. It's a 4.
My 2 for King 5 was intended for the Suns and has been applied.
I am. They are a 2, but I have to give them an extra point to rise them to a 3 because they are the only team in Phoenix with the cojones to say they're from Phoenix.
Oh, Matt is right.
They're not the Arizona Suns, unlike the Cardinals, the Coyotes, and the Diamondbacks. So that's worth a point in my book.
Point of order. The Arizona Coyotes play at Mullet Arena in Tempe.
Oh,
which is
that's Arizona.
Hang on. Formerly named the Arizona State University Multipurpose Arena because they don't have an arena. Move them the fuck out of that.
I mean, that's like
hockey in the desert.
That's like saying like the Commanders play in Landover. It's true, but it's also not important.
Yeah,
it's in the
but
metro.
Important difference. The Commanders play in an arena. They don't play at a university.
Okay, that's true.
With a fraction of the capacity of all the other arenas.
I'm pretty sure the Cardinals play in Scottsdale.
Yeah, but that's still, and they play in their own arena, don't they? They're not borrowing one from a university, is my point.
And while they undid it, the Washington football team used to play in a city named after Jack Kent Cooke's kids.
Yep. That's true. That's
pretty metal.
That's pretty true.
Okay. Well, let's go right over to Los Angeles then. The Clippers were founded in 1970 and joined the NBA as the Buffalo Braves. The franchise moved from Buffalo, New York to San Diego, California in 1978 and became known as the San Diego Clippers. In 1984, the team moved to Los Angeles. The current Los Angeles Clippers basketball logo retains the legacy colors of red, white, and blue as a tribute to the Clippers faithful, while adding black to provide a modern edge. I like how they moved from San Diego to Los Angeles. They kept the exact same logo and just replaced the word San Diego with Los Angeles.
That's called pulling a Chargers.
Yeah, and they've never been good, and they had the horrible owner, and they play in the same city as the Lakers. Like, the fan experience is very metal.
Isn't this the owner who had like the girlfriend who was blackmailing him because he used a racial slur?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling, is he still the owner?
Sounds right.
He died.
He died.
But it was like an open secret that he was racist, but he gave money to the right causes.
Yeah.
That was never caught out, and he'd just point out the closed doors, the hypocrisy. And they suck. Their fans are so dedicated and good people to this this hopeless thing.
So the Clippers logo looks like it's screaming at me. It also looks like it's one of those optical illusions.
Yeah.
Like, I bet if you put a ruler up, Clippers would not be sunken in the middle like this.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I think the lines make you think it is, but it isn't really. And I refuse to test that out. So I just think it's part of the mind games that the Clippers are playing against you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I find this logo kind of satisfying, honestly. Like, I mean, there's parts of it that I find kind of weird, like the CLA, claw or lack, or I know it's supposed to be Clippers LA, right? But it's a little weird.
I like how that's close enough to make you think it's the Dodgers logo, but legally distinct for purposes of copyright.
The mascot for the Clippers is Chuck the Condor, who looks a little bit like a color swapped Gonzo. So
that's not great either.
Chuck, his name is Chuck, and he wears red chucks.
But he has a fucking brand. Oh, that's bullshit. I don't need your product tie-in.
His favorite snack is peanut butter and Spam sandwiches.
Did Chuck Taylor play on the Clippers? That's the only reason that I would support this. But I don't think he did.
I think basketball has crossed the Rubicon, and the game jerseys for one or more teams have ads on them this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ooh. Did you notice his number is 213?
Is that the area code?
That's the area code.
God.
I thought it was like, I thought it was 2 times the 13th letter of the alphabet, which is M. So it would be
MM.
The dedicated Staples Center highway.
Funny you should mention M&M, Mike. But my an enduring memory I have of the LA Clippers is a verse from the D12 album, which was Eminem's rap group. And I forget who it was, but there's a lyric that says, "I don't give a fuck about it," like the next LA Clippers game. And I always thought that was a clever line. But yeah, I love the fact that the Staples Center is now crypto.com arena, which we can all relate to.
Can we?
This is not a great team.
I mean, this is a 3. I mean, there's nothing here that's. It's not as bland as the Warriors, in my opinion. But it's pretty bland. And like what the fuck is the Clippers? Like, what are the Clippers? If in what situation would I see a Clipper other than like a barber shop? Is that
well,
what
you
they're
need a
referencing?
time machine. It's the sailing ships that used to pass through San Diego Bay.
Go down.
Fair enough.
Go down to Santa Monica Pier. I'm sure you can see a Clipper or two, maybe.
All right. Okay.
It's also funny that they moved to San Diego because the Rockets left San Diego, then the Conquistadors left San Diego. So let's try again. And that's when they changed the name to the Clippers.
Oh man, the Conquistadors are amazing.
Yeah, that would have been way better.
How come I wish the Harlem Globetrotters played the Conquistadors.
Well, they used the same ball.
Yeah.
The red, white, and blue ball.
Yeah, this is the worst California team for sure. I have to give them a 2.
This is the best California team we have seen so far, for sure. It's a 5.
I'm going 3. That's right. Better than the Suns.
Better than the Suns. And now the Minneapolis. Oh, wait. What is this?
All right. LA Lakers was founded in 1946. That's ludb.com for all the grammar. Thank you. LA Lakers was founded in 1946 under the name of Detroit Gems.
Detroit Gems? That's even worse.
After 1 year in Detroit, the team moved to the city of Minneapolis and became the Minneapolis Lakers. The successful experience of the Brooklyn Dodgers moving to Los Angeles prompted the team owner to think about moving to LA, and the absence of competition made the City of Angels the priority. The team moved to Los Angeles in 1960 and became the LA Lakers. The Lakers logo have remained almost the same since moving to LA and remain one of the best known NBA logos ever. The new Lakers logo is not much cleaner image and typeface, and the basketball pinstripes facing a different direction. Are they? I guess so.
Maybe.
After 1976, they did a mirror of the basketball. But yeah, it's basically the same. All right.
Why does LA need 2 teams?
Because
one of them's the Clippers.
Well, that's very good answer, actually.
I think the idea is in LA, if you get like 0.5% of the population to care about your team, that's a fuck ton of people still.
Exactly. It's media market 2, right? It's you gotta have 2 teams. You gotta fill that arena. The crypto.com's gotta pay the bills.
I believe unless it changed, they used to play in different arenas.
Now they play in this. Now they do the Metalness thing now. So they're both in crypto.com.
They have no mascot.
Really? Are you counting Shaq?
No. So the two unofficial mascots they had were Dancing Barry, who was just like a guy.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
And then Slam Duck.
Yes.
Holy shit. Hell yeah.
And he looks a little fucked up.
I'm looking for anything on the Detroit teams, but there's nothing. I want to see what the Detroit Gems logo looked like. I know it was the 40s, but come on.
Okay.
That looks like a
The
gem.
Lakers logo looks like it was made in like Print Shop Deluxe in 1991.
It does. It has
Oh,
that.
they had to cut out those letters and paste them up.
I'm annoyed that the S at the end of Los Angeles was clearly put on after the fact, since it's so much closer to the E.
Nothing better than 1940s basketball photos.
You don't like the kerning there?
No, the kerning is terrible. And actually, at the end of Los, it's also raised, that S. Like,
that's just a wonky S.
What the fuck?
And the way the outline of the ball vanishes, like that can't print well.
I don't hate that. I mean, it's got an effect, right? But it just looks. Yeah, this logo is poor.
Look at this photo of the Gems playing though. So they're the two. It just says Detroit on their logo. But look at this guy on the side. He's wearing Chucks, I think, but he's also like both of his knees are banged up, and he looks like he's about to get hit in the face. He's like, yeah.
That is not a healthy. That is a problem.
It looks like they're wearing like khaki and leather belts.
Yeah, the belts. I missed the belts. Yeah, and like right over my head, you can clearly see that guy's peen.
Tim, do you know what arena?
You can see his moose knuckle.
Do you know what two arenas the Detroit Gems played in?
What two arenas did you almost get to see white guy cheek in every single game?
Well, their first half of the season, they played in the Lincoln High School gym.
Yes,
but
just like the Phoenix Coyotes. I mean, the Arizona Coyotes.
Then they upgraded to the Holy Redeemer High School gym.
Oh, private school.
Yeah, they're making it.
Holy Redeemer.
Well, I mean, Lincoln High was probably built during the optimistic heyday. It probably fits. Yeah, it's probably like a 5,000 seat arena or.
I'm sorry, Doug. That would be capacity 1,500.
Yeah. Bigger than my high schools.
All right, according to Los Angeles Almanac, there are there's very few actual lakes in Los Angeles.
Great point. I was going to bring this up as well. Most of the lakes in greater Los Angeles are reservoirs or artificial lakes. Very few natural lakes. But there is something metal about just taking a totally inappropriate name and running with it for 70 years. 70 years, 60 years.
Yep, and then they had all those famous players. Yeah, I think this deserves a pretty okay score. So better than the Golden State Warriors. I'm giving them a 4.
What if you are a Laker? What do you do?
I guess you spend a lot of time on the lake.
Yeah, but like, okay, if you're a Laker, that means that lake is a verb, right?
You should buy your dinner first, Mike.
Wait.
I get it.
Oh.
Would you like this? There. That's what you were waiting for.
It's a sex joke.
I hardly knew her.
Yeah, but like, okay. So if you're a Laker, that means that it is possible to lake.
I'm going laking.
I'm going laking.
So if one is to lake, what is that?
I think it's self-evident. I don't need to explain it to you.
Define lake verb. It's okay.
Did you get something?
No. It just says noun. So this is bullshitting me.
Does that make it more metal or less metal?
Okay.
One of the Great Lakes must have been called Lakers.
Lakes?
Someone.
Wait. Merriam-Webster, laking, transitive verb. To cause blood to undergo a physiological change in which the hemoglobin becomes dissolved in plasma.
Well, I mean, that can't be what they are, but holy shit.
Well, there's no indication that they aren't that.
That's true. Is this purple just coagulated plasmaless blood?
Oh.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a solid 7.
Yeah. Doug is right. They're they're tied with the Celtics to be the winningest team in all of basketball.
I didn't know they were the winningest. That deserves an extra point.
There you go.
Victory.
Well, tied with the Celtics, but we didn't like the Celtics.
Right. But I'm sure I gave them the same bump. And then Mike?
I gave him a 3.5.
They're not impressing you.
Well, I mean, that is
with their made-up word.
That is the highest score he's given a California team, to be fair.
I just want you to know I found out that there's an error in your average formula in the sheet.
Oh, no.
You can fix it.
I'm fixing it.
Thank you. We haven't been to the averages yet, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
All right. Last division, the Southwest Division, which inexplicably doesn't contain Arizona.
Shut up.
Wait, it gets better. All right. So, Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks were founded in 1980 as an NBA franchise, often referred to as the Mavs. The current Dallas Mavericks logo is silver, black, and blue with a horse and a basketball as the center.
Stupid.
It says Dallas real tiny. They got a star on it because it's Texas. I mean, got to jam a star into there.
It's a lightning horse, and that's kind of cool. It's got an M on its forehead, which reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, which is kind of not cool.
Okay, all right.
Doesn't that guy from Shark Tank own them?
Yeah, it's owned by plastic faced TV rich guy Mark Cuban.
Okay.
Who, if you ever watch Shark Tank, he does this a lot.
Oh, you know what? I think that's where the Mavericks logo got his expression. Because he's gritting his teeth too.
Why is it not the angry horse?
That's a horse. He's just a happy horse.
See, it looks like a cow to me, but
his name is Champ.
Oh, wait, okay, hold on. The fact that he has teeth bared, his name is Champ, is a clear horse joke. So, I mean, that's where it's something.
He looks like if Vince McMahon became a puppet. You know?
I can see that too.
I like how his jersey has a better Mavericks logo on it.
Well, there's also Mav Man.
Oh, Mav Man. All right, nice.
Whoa.
Man.
However, I have inconclusive
what the hell?
Evidence if he's Mav Man or Mavs Man. Mavs Man is horrifying. He appears to be a living humanoid basketball.
There we go.
Can't really see it. You can't really see it from these, but if you scroll through Google Images, he clearly is a contorted basketball, or at least possibly several basketballs.
I don't like the way Champ is holding this this phallic weapon of his.
No.
Is that a basketball dumbbell?
The design of Mavs Man that Tim has up, it looks like, you know, with Mortal Kombat 3, there was going to be a third cyborg ninja. There was Cyrax, Sector, and Mavs Man. Yeah, Mavs Man is the third.
It totally looks like that.
Yeah, it really does.
Only I feel like for Mortal Kombat, he wouldn't have been smiling like that.
That's true.
Yes, it kind of looks like a rebooted RoboCop. like a cheap one though. Like we're not paying to put Peter Weller in this movie. We can dub him.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Angry lightning horse with Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu M on its forehead.
No, nowhere near as badass as the horse on the logo, though.
This logo physically hurts to look at.
It does.
It's just pretty metal. But if the intent was to mess with your eyes, they botched the colors. So on the basis of the pain, I would have gone with the 6, but it's a 5.
I agree. Yeah, it is a 5.
I agree with a 5. It's a 5.
Yeah, it's a 5. You're right.
All right, San Antonio Spurs started out as the Dallas Chaparrals in the American Basketball Association.
Why even have a team if this is going to be your fucking logo?
They should wear Spurs.
I love this logo.
The team was sold to a group of San Antonio businessmen in 1973 and relocated to San Antonio and became the Spurs before the ABA-NBA merger. The current Spurs logo is a graphic representation of its name. So it says San Antonio Spurs, and the U is a spur.
Like, why even... I feel like this team should be disqualified. This is the lowest effort logo that we have seen to date.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. This is a perfect logo. It tells you everything you need to know.
That spur looks like it fucking hurts.
Yeah, that's what Spurs do.
I like how it's rendered in a way that satisfies no purpose.
Yeah, it's just like the letters are flat, but the spur is clearly real. It's like they just wrote it on a card and then put a spur there. They did a good job.
Well, and it's like the actual spur piece is bent, right? Because part of it's angled, then that's flat.
Yeah.
They did do a great. You know what? This is a perfect. 6. I don't even. Yeah.
It's a 7.
Wait. The mascot's name is Coyote.
Oh yeah.
And its number is 2 factorial, which is 2.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Jesus fuck! It's like out of my nightmares.
Is he on speed?
He's from Five Nights. He's from Five Nights at Freddy's. He's gonna be in the new movie.
Giant green, unblinking eyes.
He's Peyote Coyote. Okay, I've also learned that San Antonio is the second biggest city in Texas, is the 17th biggest city in North America, is the 7th biggest city in the United States, which begs the question is, where are the other San Antonio teams?
Well, yeah, but real quick, Coyote's vaccinations are current.
Oh, yeah.
Underweight, it says prefers not to.
Okay, if it's that big of a city, where is all the money for both the logo and mascot design?
I mean, why spend money when you already have the perfect of both?
They nailed it.
I mean, just because you own a castle doesn't mean you gotta put in like aluminum siding.
All right, I'm gonna give this a 3. No, I'm okay. I give it a 3.5 because there is something metal about just not giving a fuck, right? And I feel like that is the essence of their design here.
I'm going 6, mostly because of the fever dream mascot.
I mean, that.
What if you woke up in the San Antonio locker room? The first thing you see is the Spurs logo, and then what's his name? Peyote Coyote just runs into you. You would go out of your brain.
Yeah, you there's your psychotic break. It's over.
Oh,
there's a single team in the Southwest that actually plays in the Southwest.
Memphis?
they should really be in the southeast. Oh wait, we have one of those.
This
All
one
right.
should be the metropolitan, yeah, and then the southeast.
Well, like you mentioned, the next southwestern team is the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, sorry. The Vancouver Grizzlies basketball team franchise was established in 1995 and joined the NBA as one of the 2 Canadian expansion teams. The Grizzlies left Canada and relocated to Memphis in 2001. The old Memphis Grizzlies logo was the same as the Vancouver version, except for the city name. The new logo and font changed the color scheme to a darker shade of blue. Yeah, so it used to be lighter blue. Oh, holy crap. The Vancouver one is awesome. Like, the bear's gonna fucking maul you.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's an awesome logo.
Yeah, like this current bear, I wouldn't call him angry. He looks grumpy.
I also like the fact that the Vancouver logo used 90s sports teal.
And not only
And the bear clawed the fuck out of the logo.
Yeah. This bear has been doing some work. This other bear, it looks like the current bear looks like he's disappointed in you.
Yeah,
it's like a Disney villain.
You didn't clean your room. He asked you to clean your room, and now this is the look he's giving you.
And all he can do is stare at you. Right?
We're
And
going
you
to
can
be
see
late.
his mass in the distance, but yeah, there's no threat of physical violence.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if that old one would have been, 9 easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
No,
This one not so much.
I don't hate this though. Like it's satisfyingly symmetrical. The kerning is all right.
It's safe.
It's
Like
safe,
the previous logo had this. This is a more proportionate, more professionally done logo, but I just miss the grizzly bear and the ridiculous claws that it has.
I think if you didn't give it the jowls, it wouldn't look so disappointed. You know what I mean? Like
I think but you need that to make it. You don't want it cute. So disappointed is better than cute.
You got to give it like a meaner scowl. A meaner scowl.
It needs teeth.
Teeth.
Teeth is what it needs.
Yeah,
I don't like the sleazy modern fonts.
No,
and the way that they're different.
Mm-hmm.
They can borrow teeth from that horse. The S's are different.
The S's are. I was about to point that out. The S's are different.
The S in Memphis is different than the S in Grizzlies.
They're consistent within themselves, though.
Yeah,
Memphis. I would say
it could be Memphis 5.
It could be Memphis 5.
I'm gonna disagree on that one. I'd say this is perfectly bland and corporate. Cuts the potential score of the Vancouver Grizzlies in half, all the way down to 5.
Yeah. Now, before you score, though, I would like you to look up the best NBA mascot in the world, Grizz, a bear who's blue, who will literally rip your arm out of its socket and beat another fan with it.
I was hoping that Grizz was like an old jazz man. Oh my god.
He's just nightmare fuel.
He has a dead-eyed stare. Stop looking at me.
Oh, yeah,
stop looking at me.
Because he looks like a bear.
Like too much like a bear.
I'm not changing my score.
I like the ones where he's nude. Like sometimes he takes his shirt off for some reason.
Hey, somebody clip that, okay?
I like the ones where he's nude.
Clip that one too.
Well, I've only registered criticism of this logo. It is a 5, and I'm moving on.
The Grizzlies mascot stripping and dancing to Genuine's pony is everything we ever wanted, says lookit.com.
Fucking look at it. I feel like if you have a headline, it is everything we ever wanted. Your news organization should be forcibly shut down. Slaps back. That's another one. If that's in there, it should be forcibly shut down.
Okay.
Journalism revoked. Journalism license revoked.
There's a picture of Grizz sitting with the cheerleaders, and everyone, including the bear, looks miserable. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I'll give him a 4.
It's a long way to that 4. All right.
Woo!
Here, the New Orleans Pelicans.
Hell yeah.
New Orleans Pelicans. What?
How did they make that pelican look threatening?
It angry.
Does. This logo is great.
Dude, birds are fucking scary.
I love this.
When they're advancing on you, they're literally dinosaurs. New Orleans Pelicans, and so are the Raptors, started in the NBA as the New Orleans Hornets as the team moved from Charlotte in 2002. After changing the franchise nickname to the Pelicans in 2013, it gave back Charlotte its Charlotte Hornets name and team history.
They're stand-up. They're stand-up people.
Gave them their history. Here you go. It's like probably like a chest of memories, you know.
Here you go, Hornets.
The pelican as a symbol represents teamwork, group dynamics, regeneration, renewal, and resourcefulness. The current Pelicans logo references to the style, flourish, and heritage of the city are subtly ingrained in the mark. That sentence didn't go where I was thinking it was going.
No.
This logo is.
They got the fleur de lis on top. They got New Orleans in that jazzy font. It's almost like what if they were named the Jazz?
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be great.
And I'm glad you bring it.
Is this pelican protecting the ball, or is he
I think this pelican
advancing
is the
on
ball.
you with the ball? Like either way.
I think he's a Pella ball.
I'm getting out of the way.
No, he's daring you. He's daring you to get the ball. He's saying, come on, motherfucker.
Why doesn't he just put the ball in his pouch?
Matt, what was the symbolic significance of because it's a bleeding pelican? Is it feeding baby pelicans on the state flag?
There was a medieval belief that the pelicans fed its chicks its own blood, and it was like a symbol of Christ's sacrifice. So it's like the ultimate. It's like a paternal. The giving for the good of the future kind of notion. Pelicans don't do that, but a bunch of medieval monks thought they did for some reason.
It's probably fairly metal to strip all meaning out of something,
or just make it up. Yeah,
well, it's like they say, take the state flag and make it angry.
The legend is that in times of famine, the mother pelican wounds herself, striking her breast with her beak to feed her young with her blood to prevent starvation. Another version of the legend was the mother fed her dying young with blood to revive them from death, but lost her own life in return.
Yeah, this is clearly the best logo in the NBA.
We'll see about that with our objective scoring.
It's not bad.
When Mike is right, Mike is right. It's an 8.
Now,
that sounds kind of low. I was going with 9.
Yeah, I'm doing 9.
There's 2 things I need to check. The pelican. Oh dear. Okay. So the Pelicans mascot Pierre the Pelican on brand does not look. It looks a little terrifying, but not in a fun way.
Wait. The original design, which had to be revamped after scaring too many children. It was
Yeah.
the creepiest mascot in sports.
If they stuck with the old design. Now, there's also, for some reason, a terrifying king cake baby that they sometimes trot out, which is also horrible. So those are big marks there. That's the current Pelican. We don't like this Pelican. We like the old Pelican that just looks so fucking horrifying.
This Pelican, what's his name?
Pierre.
Pierre, should be throwing fish out at the audience out of his beak.
Does he not respond to you if you speak to him in English?
Yeah, you have to speak to him in French. Can you find the old Pelican?
I don't want to because I
put it up there. It's got to be the show logo, like the thumbnail.
No, I already. Here, I'll make it nice and pixely for maximum niceness. He has a human hand.
That's the worst part.
It's very Chuck E. Cheese animatronic musician.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you show the horrifying king cake baby?
You're gonna have to give me a second.
They're doing a lot of things I like. While you're looking for that, I'm gonna bring up something I dislike, and that's lying.
Oh my God, kill it!
Oh yeah, I think he found the baby.
I sure did. Oh my God. Why is it staring at me?
I mean, that's amazing.
It's like a Chucky doll. Go ahead, kill it.
He's wearing the crown of that guy from Archie.
Jughead.
That's right.
Oh my! Okay, while you're doing this, we should talk about lying. So as we know, the New Orleans team should be the Jazz.
Don't hate me.
There's no reason that this team is not the Jazz. Frankly, they won because Pelicans is better in every way. But that is not the only Jazz-related crime. Tim, do you remember in Return of the Jedi when they're in Jabba the Hutt's palace and they're playing that music?
Yeah,
the stuff that they took out of the
the stuff that they took out and remastered. But that's not what we're worried about right now.
Right, Spaceballs, the T-shirt.
Max Rebo's band. You know what they're playing?
My hockey team. I have to interrupt because this is very salient. My hockey team was considering renaming themselves the Spaceballs, the hockey team.
That's perfect.
It is. All right, go on.
Okay, so Max Rebo, his band, Java's Palace. What are they playing? Well, if you go on Disney.com, they will say that the genre of music they're playing is jats, which is a fucking lie, just like the Salt Lake City Jazz is a fucking lie. They have been, since 1984, playing jizz. G-A-I-Z-Z. That's the genre they play. That's always what it's going to be. Max Rebo is a master of jizz. When you listen to him, jizz is going into your ears. And it's always going to be jizz, no matter what some fucking asshole in Disney says. It's not jats. They don't play jats at Jabba's Palace. They play jizz. Jizz in your ears. That is all.
Is this... Clip that, too. Is this what the... Do they say that in the movie?
They didn't say it in the movie, but there's some like, I don't know, like Star Wars source book that says it's jizz.
At what point did they?
You got the TikTok for the episode.
At what point did they? We'll see if the algorithm picks it.
Oh dear. Jizz was first mentioned in a canon Star Wars Return of the Jedi Junior novelization authored by Ryder Wyndham and released in 2017.
Oh no, that's far too recent.
Oh, but that's after they blew up the continuity, so it is real.
In an interview with the Big Event podcast, the guy who played Han Solo mentioned that he was reading articles on Wikipedia and took note of jizz, among others.
Oh my God. I would love to be in that meeting.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Do you know what a jizz musician is called?
I don't want to know.
Jizz whalers.
Oh, God.
Max Rebo and his band, Popular Jizz Whalers.
But we already scored the Utah Jizz, so what is...
I know, it's a
and you
shame.
gave them a 9.
And I will give the Houston Pelicans a 9, and they will always be the New Orleans Jizz to me.
Well, you read ahead. Last team of the whole thing is the Houston Rockets. The Rockets NBA franchise was established in 1967 as the San Diego Rockets, as we mentioned before. In 1971, after losing 4 seasons, the team moved to Houston. The current logo is a stylized R and H. Oh, I see the H. I didn't see the H.
Oh, I can see it.
Because they're the Rockets Houston in the center that looks like a space rocket in the process of taking flight. I guess. I mean,
Not really.
It looks more like
It's like they
straight
bought a
line.
logo at Hot Topic.
Yeah, the straight line in R looks like a rocket. But like the curvy bit should be the platform. It shouldn't be going with it, but it is going with it. Something went horribly wrong at the launch pad. Or maybe it's,
I do believe
it's melting. No, it's melting into the earth. That's what the circle is. I like the hard
doesn't
to see
SpaceX
basketball there.
I'm pretty sure SpaceX launches from Houston, so this might be more accurate than we think.
Fuck Houston and SpaceX for that matter. I meant to say fuck SpaceX, but also fuck Houston.
Houston.
Houston, yeah.
They put an H in it. It's
Utah.
Houston. It's Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Doug, I'll let you go first.
It's a 0.
Any reason besides everything?
They just walked into Hot Topic and said, "Hey, give me a logo."
What if I
this
told
is
you?
what they walked out with.
What if I told
and
you?
go with the him pink and like the and gray.
But their mascot is a kitty cat named Clutch.
The Rocket
Again,
Bear.
that's new Hot Topic right there.
Yeah,
Yeah. This sucks.
it really does.
There was a lot of potential there. I mean, like rockets can contain warheads, but now it sucks. It's a 1.
I have to give them a 0 because
Wow.
I thought it was a clever NASA related name. And now I learned they just were a team from San Diego. So the one thing that I thought, okay, that's smart and clever. You're the Houston Rockets. Houston, we have a problem, etc. Johnson Space Flight Center. That's bullshit. It's like fucking Jats and Jizz. There's no Jats. They're the San Diego Rockets. You squandered your one thing. You could have had a astronaut. You could have had a spaceman.
Well, it's the least penile depiction of a rocket ever.
And when I see a rocket, I want to be thinking about dicks, Doug. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's why Blue Origin is your favorite privately owned rocket company.
Oh yeah, that's why it's my screensaver. I like to loop it so like remember what was that thing on Instagram where it goes like goes up and back?
I really respect the power.
Mike, what do you think?
I mean, it's 2. I mean, I wanted to believe that the R was like bleeding, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not.
I can see that would make it cooler if it was.
Yeah.
It needs drips on the end of the streaks.
It does. Or it needs smoke.
Yes.
It's like it's being sucked into a hole. It's like the opposite of a rocket.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just could be just the SpaceX rocket.
I like comparatively Mike is a Houston Rockets super fan.
With a
your
two.
rocket goes
With a two.
negative feet. Yeah.
All right. Let's go back. I should have put that at the end. All right. So we're done. We're done. So let's talk divisions real quick now that Mike has fixed my math.
Yep.
I fixed the title because the histogram said NHL Metalness.
Thank you. So the divisions, least metal to most metal, is Pacific. No surprise there. Followed by the Northwest, which that's Timberwolves, Jazz, Thunder, Nuggets, Trailblazers. Followed by the Southeast, which is
the
Wizards,
Mid-Atlantic.
Hornets, Magic, Hawks, and Heat. And it's really the Wizards bringing down that average. Followed by the Southwest, which inexplicably is not in the Southwest. And then just above that, in second place, is the Atlantic Division. That's Knicks, Nets, Raptors, Celtics, 76ers. And if my pronunciation of Celtics drives you nuts, I refer you to the part 1 episode once again. All right. And then the most metal division is the Central Division with 5.08 average score. That's the Bulls, the Pistons, the Pacers, the Cavaliers, and the Bucks. No help at all from the Pacers, apparently. All right. Worst teams, least metal teams. Sacramento King 5, Utah Jizz, Los Angeles Clippers, Atlanta Hawks, Phoenix Suns, Portland Trailblazers, Golden State Warriors, Oklahoma City Thunder, Indiana Pacers, Washington Wizards, and the new worst, least metal team is the Houston Rockets. All right.
Although we should point out that even though the Wizards and the Rockets are second to last and last, the Wizards have double the Rockets score.
Yep. Yeah, they're way down there. Also, there is a multi-way tie with the score of 4.00 between the Knicks, the Nets, the Celtics, and the Cavaliers. All right.
Wow.
And then what's interesting about this is that the top 10 spans from a 5 to a 9. So, the average score in your NBA is not very metal. All right, here we go. Number 10, Philadelphia 76ers. Number 9, Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 8, the Lakers. Number 7, the Spurs. Despite whether Mike agrees or not. 6 is the Detroit Pistons. 5 is the Milwaukee Bucks. 4 is the Chicago Bulls. 3 is the Toronto Raptors. 2 is the Charlotte Hornets. I thought they were going to be undethronable. And the most metal NBA team, which you've been waiting for, is the New Orleans Pelicans. Until next time, Metal Nation, go Pelicans.
Cast them down.
Nailed it again.
The system works.
I'm sorry. I just found a Star Wars musical instrument called a jizz box.
and all of this is post Disney, right? That's amazing. Like
Star Wars.
You know what? That is very Disney.
Yeah, they don't care.
Star Wars has removed jizz from the Mos Eisley canteen.
Oh, I don't want that job.